The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and is what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream.
Alan Wake by Remedy has been in development for 5 years. What seems like a dream is now finally released. Alan Wake has been one of my mostly awaited games these past years, but is it a nightmare or a dream you just don't want to wake up from?
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey, please help me! Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Alan Wake consists one of the freakiest stories in gaming. It starts out with Alan, a writer, going on vacation with his wife Alice on an isolated town which is supposedly peaceful. Alan Wake, though, suffers from writer's block and isn't able to write a book, so Bright Falls, the place to visit, may also inspire him, if you must say. But this is the least of Alan's problems. Sooner or later, the game drops into the action, and a book Alan supposedly wrote is now coming back to life. It reminded me a bit of the movie Secret Window, with its crazy concept. The plot rises in action, usually at the end of every episode, and 6 of them in total provide plenty of suspenseful moments for Alan. You might lose track in some parts of the story, but manuscript pages and hidden text on the wall always seem to make you say, "Oh, now I get it." The characters all play a role in the story, and random moments in the beginning seem to make sense later in the game. Flashbacks in the game also give you a bit more color to Alan's background, and attaches you more to the story than expected. By the end, Alice's quest for Alice becomes a part of your life, but that's when Alan Wake smacks you in the face with a "what the fuck" ending. An ending which you can interpret and make whatever you want from it, like the Lost series if you must, and the slight opening it gives you for a sequel, and 2 pieces of DLC that already confirm, makes sense.
Only anger kept me going.
It might not excel in its soundtrack, but it's still great enough. Ends of episodes provide tunes, and in some cases I caught myself listening to them in radio shows. Where the music and audio shines mostly, though, is while in combat. Alan Wake is supposed to be a psychological thriller, and succeeds in this, and its audio plays a very important role. The screeching sounds and darkness-possessed monsters' distorted speech make you feel like you're in a nightmare yourself. Lights breaking off, police sirens heard from afar while they're chasing Alan, a gun sounds like the shotgun which delivers a satisfying boom. Even the flashlight sound when burning on an enemy all immerse you to this excellent experience. The voice acting could use some work though. Barry, despite being a funny little thing, has a very annoying voice that breaks the intense mood of the game, and some of the humorous things people say also add to that. For example, when Barry persuades Alan to drink in the cabin, and he accepts while he's supposed to be out saving his wife. It's kind of anticlimactic. Despite those flaws, Alan's voice actor does a great job, and same goes for my favorite 2 people in the game, the Anderson brothers, an old couple which unleashed some zingers which made me lol a few times.
Yeah! Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
You put the lime in the coconut. Drink 'em both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in your sleep.
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah.
You need to give it a good solid whack. Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you. Jeez.
Tune number 6 in the jukebox.
Children of the Elder God. Now there's a
Now
song
that's
for
what
you.
I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
I found the visuals of Alan Wake to be impressive. Of course it has its flaws. For example, the lip syncing in the game is garbage sometimes, and looks like a Spanish soap opera dubbed in English. It's that bad. The same goes for character faces from close. They look stiff and can barely see some expression. But animations while in gameplay are all fluid and excellent. The dodging looks smooth, the monsters charge at you scarily, and the running and jumping all work perfectly. All set pieces in the game are also perfect. That's where the game is stellar mostly. Unexpected set pieces like bridges twisting, bulldozers chasing you, and even crows chasing you while operating a rail platform make your adrenaline pump. It's very intense. Though there are some puzzles in the middle of the action that are easy and won't make you think that much. They're alright, I guess, since they break up from some of the action. The action is rarely boring though, since your different objectives, without spoiling much, are all unique enough to make the game feel different until the end. The environments also look amazing, from the dark crisp forests to the daylight sequences and the beautiful bright walls, all serve impeccably to the overall atmosphere of the game. From a beautiful peaceful town at day to a creepy freak world at night, indoor areas also look the same, and even the bonus TV show Night Springs provides some laughs and some frights. Alan Wake is a creepy game, but can still be characterized as a third-person shooter. You can explore and collect hidden items like manuscript pages and coffee thermos, and find some Easter eggs, hidden crates, and hidden texts on walls exposed by your flashlight. You can also find radio shows and TV shows. A lot of things to reveal when exploring this game, despite its linearity at some times. The course shooting mechanic also works very well. Alan Wake's limited supply adds to the intense atmosphere and the horror element in the game, which makes you look at your ammo at all times. And you must diminish the darkness from the monsters with your flashlight until the reticule vanishes, and then shoot them until they turn into dust. There's a variety to make the darkness escape their bodies though. Alan Wake's inventory can consist of shotguns, powerful rifles, standard revolvers, and for the lighting equipment there's flares, different types of flashlights, and lanterns. And at last the dominating flare gun and flashbang, which are the most dominating weapons in the game. You can finish Alan Wake in 15 to 20 hours if you give yourself time to explore the rich setting. Alan Wake will never bore you, and despite some of its flaws, like the consistent dodging, which must be very precise to work, or even the endless spamming of enemies, the game is a very unique adventure game. So if you want a trip to the mysterious Bright Falls, go for it. Alan Wake is a superb title that will be enjoyed from everyone that wants something new and fresh. It's worth the hype, and its compelling story is unforgettable.
In the coconut, she drink a bowl up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drink a bowl up. Put the lime in the coconut, she drink a bowl up. Put the lime in the coconut.